Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Dr. John from the Oak Lane Wellness Clinic. I'm so glad you could join me for our chat today. Hey, can I ask you something? Have you ever noticed that the headlights from oncoming cars seem a little more starry than they used to? Maybe they create these little bursts of light that weren't there before. Or perhaps you find yourself needing a brighter lamp to comfortably read your favorite book in the evening. Maybe you're holding the newspaper a little further away or squinting just a bit more than you remembered doing. These are such common changes, and they're often the first gentle whispers from our eyes, telling us they could use a little extra nutritional support. Now, hearing the word cataracts from your eye doctor can sound unsettling. I understand that completely. But I want to reassure you of something important. For most people, this is a very slow, very gradual process. It's not an emergency. It's simply your body asking for a little extra care and attention. And here's the wonderful news. We have so many simple, natural tools at our disposal to support our eye health for years to come. Tools that are as close as your local grocery store. Today, we're not going to talk about surgery or scary statistics. We're not going to use words that make you worry about your future. Instead, we'll explore 4 everyday vision challenges and pair each one with a gentle solution from your local fruit stand. Think of this as adding a few extra layers of protection for your precious eyesight, one delicious bite at a time. Shall we begin? Our first everyday challenge is that slight fuzziness or lack of crispness in our vision. You know what I mean? It's like looking through a very clean window that just has a tiny bit of morning haze on it. Everything is still there. You can still see, but things just aren't quite as sharp and clear as they used to be. This gentle haze is often caused by something called oxidative stress. Now, don't let that scientific term worry you. Think of oxidative stress as the rust of our bodies. Just like metal can rust when exposed to air and moisture over time, our body's cells can experience a similar kind of wear and tear. This natural process can affect the delicate proteins in the lens of our eye. Over time, these proteins can become a little cloudy, creating that hazy feeling in our vision. But here's where nature offers us some beautiful help. A wonderful first line of defense is the humble apple, something you probably already have in your kitchen right now. The magic is in the skin. Apple skin is rich in a compound called quercetin. Now think of quercetin as a protective coating you might apply to a beautiful piece of outdoor wooden furniture. The coating doesn't change the furniture itself, but it shields it from the sun and rain, keeping it strong and beautiful for much longer. In the same way, quercetin helps shield the proteins in your lens from that oxidative weathering I mentioned. It's like giving your eyes a gentle, protective umbrella. Enjoying 1 apple a day with the skin on is a fantastic habit. Red varieties like Gala or Red Delicious tend to have the most quercetin. It's simple, it's affordable, and it's something you can start today. Now, to boost that protection even further, let's bring in the kiwi fruit. The lens of our eye absolutely loves vitamin C. In fact, it holds more vitamin C than almost any other part of our body. That tells us something important about how much our eyes depend on this vital nutrient. Think of vitamin C as the cleaning crew that comes in after the protective coating is applied. It helps to neutralize any of the oxidative dust that might have settled on those delicate proteins. Here's something that might surprise you. Kiwis are packed with even more vitamin C than oranges. Much more, actually. This makes them an excellent choice for supporting eye health. The fuzzy little kiwi might not look like much on the outside, but inside, it's a powerhouse of protection for your vision. Eating 2 kiwis a day gives your eyes a powerful dose of this crucial vitamin. Golden kiwis are particularly potent if you can find them at your grocery store. You can slice them into your morning yogurt, add them to a fruit salad, or simply eat them with a spoon like a little bowl of eye-healthy goodness. Our second everyday challenge is increased glare or seeing halos around lights, especially at night. Have you noticed this? Maybe the streetlights seem to have these starbursts around them that weren't there before. Or perhaps the headlights from oncoming cars create these distracting halos that make night driving less comfortable. This happens when light scatters incorrectly as it passes through the lens of our eye. It's like having tiny, invisible smudges on your glasses that you just can't wipe off. The light hits these areas and bounces around, creating those unwanted glares and halos instead of traveling clearly to the back of your eye. This is where oranges become our wonderful allies. And I'm going to tell you something fascinating about oranges that most people don't know. Oranges contain special antioxidants with names like lutein and zeaxanthin. Don't worry about pronouncing them perfectly. What's important is what they do. These nutrients are absolutely unique because they travel directly to our eyes. They don't stop anywhere else in the body. They go straight to the lens and accumulate there, like they know exactly where they're needed most. Once they're there, they act like a pair of internal sunglasses. They help to filter out harsh, damaging wavelengths of light before those light rays can scatter and cause that halo effect. Think about it. Instead of the light bouncing around chaotically, these natural compounds help organize it, directing it more clearly to where it needs to go. Now, here's an important tip. To get the most benefit, eat the whole orange rather than just drinking orange juice. I know it's more work, but here's why it matters. See that white, slightly bitter part between the peel and the fruit? That's called the pith. Most people throw it away or avoid it. But that pith is full of another helpful compound called hesperidine. Hesperidine supports the tiny blood vessels that nourish our eyes. These little vessels are like the delivery trucks that bring nutrients and oxygen to keep our eyes healthy and functioning well. To enhance this light filtering effect even more, we can add blueberries to our daily routine. Those deep blue and purple colors aren't just beautiful. They come from compounds called anthocyanins. These are particularly good at improving something called contrast sensitivity. Think of contrast sensitivity like adjusting the settings on your television screen. You know how you can make the blacks blacker and the whites whiter? That's what these compounds do for your eyes. This helps your eyes distinguish objects more clearly, especially in challenging lighting conditions. It can make night driving feel much more comfortable and less stressful. A cup of blueberries a day is a wonderful goal. And here's some good news. Frozen wild blueberries are a fantastic option. They're often more affordable, and freezing can actually make their beneficial compounds easier for our bodies to access. You can add them to your morning oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or just eat them as a sweet, healthy snack. These simple fruit choices, added consistently to your daily routine, can make a noticeable difference in how your eyes feel and function. And I want to tell you about a lovely lady who proves this beautifully. Her name is Margaret. She's a 68-year-old retired librarian with the warmest smile and the most curious mind you've ever encountered. Margaret's greatest joys in life were reading her mystery novels and driving to visit her new grandson about an hour away. She'd spend whole afternoons lost in a good Agatha Christie novel, and she treasured those evening drives back from her daughter's house, watching the sunset and thinking about her day with her little grandson. But gradually, these simple pleasures were becoming challenges. The words in her books were looking a bit hazy, even with her reading glasses. She found herself having to hold books further away or closer, trying to find that sweet spot where the letters looked crisper again. And those evening drives home after visiting her grandson were becoming stressful. The headlights from oncoming cars seemed so much brighter and more distracting than they used to be. She started avoiding driving at dusk, which meant shorter visits with her grandson. Margaret came to see me feeling frustrated and a little frightened. Her eye doctor had confirmed she had early cataracts and gave her the usual advice. "We'll keep monitoring them. Come back in 6 months." "But Sarah," she said to me, "I don't want to just wait and watch my vision get worse. Isn't there something I can do?" Margaret felt empowered to do more than just wait and see. And I was so proud of her for taking charge of her health in this gentle, proactive way. We didn't create a complicated diet plan. We didn't ban any foods or make her feel guilty about past choices. Margaret simply decided to make 2 small, manageable changes to her daily routine. First, she started her day with a sliced apple mixed into her morning oatmeal. She chose red delicious apples because she liked their sweetness, and the red skin gave her the most quercetin protection. Second, she created a new afternoon ritual. Instead of just having her usual cup of tea, she added a small bowl of blueberries to enjoy alongside it. She said it felt like a little celebration each afternoon. There was no sudden miracle, no overnight transformation. But after a few months, Margaret noticed something encouraging. She told me she wasn't having to adjust her reading lamp as much. The pages of her mystery novels seemed a little brighter, a little clearer. She could read for longer periods without that frustrated feeling of straining to see. Encouraged by this subtle but meaningful improvement, Margaret decided to add one more change. She started having an orange with a few almonds as her mid-morning snack. The healthy fat from the almonds helped her body absorb those protective eye nutrients from the orange. The real aha moment came about 8 months after we first talked. Margaret was driving home from her grandson's house at dusk. It was that challenging time of day when the light is changing and headlights are just starting to come on. She was about halfway home when she realized something wonderful. The oncoming headlights weren't bothering her as much as they had been. They were still bright, of course, but they weren't creating those big distracting starbursts that had made her so anxious about driving. The lights looked more like lights, not like fireworks exploding in her field of vision. It was a subtle shift, but to Margaret it felt like a huge victory. She could drive confidently to see her grandson again. She could stay for dinner and drive home as the stars were coming out. "It's not that my vision is perfect, Sarah," she told me at her next visit. "I'm not 20 years old again, but I feel like I'm holding my ground. I feel like I'm giving my eyes what they need to stay strong." She paused, smiling as she remembered something. "And you know what the best part is? I can read bedtime stories to my grandson without squinting or holding the book at arm's length. His little face lights up when Grandma reads to him. That's what really matters." Margaret's story is the perfect example of what we've discussed today. She tackled the haze of oxidative stress with the daily protection of apples and the powerful vitamin C from kiwis and oranges. And she addressed the glare challenge with those internal sunglasses from oranges and the contrast-enhancing power of blueberries. By making these 4 simple additions to her daily routine, Margaret gave her eyes the nutritional support they needed to function at their best for as long as possible. So, let me quickly recap our 4 gentle fruit solutions for supporting clearer, more comfortable vision. Apples, your daily shield against oxidative stress. 1 a day, with the skin on, gives you that protective quercetin coating. Kiwis, a powerhouse of vitamin C to clean and protect those delicate lens proteins. 2 a day provides more vitamin C than you'd get from oranges. Oranges, your internal sunglasses to filter harsh light and support the tiny blood vessels in your eyes. Eat the whole fruit, including that beneficial white pith. Blueberries, your contrast enhancer for clearer, more comfortable vision, especially in challenging light. A cup a day helps distinguish objects more clearly. Just pick one. Choose one fruit that you enjoy, or one that sounds interesting to try. Maybe it's slicing an apple into your breakfast tomorrow morning. Perhaps it's adding a handful of blueberries to your afternoon snack. Start there. Give it a few weeks. Notice how you feel. Then, when you're ready, you can explore adding another one. I would genuinely love to hear from you about this journey. Which of these fruits is already a favorite of yours? Or which new one are you curious to try? Maybe you have a creative way to include them in your meals that other people would enjoy hearing about. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. It's so encouraging to learn from each other in this wonderful community. Your experience might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Remember, caring for your vision after 60 is a journey of small, consistent, and kind steps. It's not about achieving perfection or turning back the clock. It's about providing gentle, loving support to the eyes that have served you so faithfully for so many years. Every healthy choice you make is a gift you give to your future self. A gift of brighter days, clearer pages, and more confident drives to see the people you love. Your eyes have seen so much beauty in this world. They've watched your children grow up, seen countless sunsets, read thousands of pages of books that have enriched your life. They deserve this kindness, and so do you. Thank you so much for your time today. Be well, be patient with yourself, and be kind to your eyes. They're going to carry you through many more beautiful days ahead.